Internet is divided over a mom who's charging her 18-year-old daughter $100 a month for rent. She posted this TikTok video of her teenage daughter signing a lease with the caption, when your 18-year-old decides to stay at home. So some think this mom has gone too far, but she argues that as a single mom at the age of 16, her parents did not set her up for success. And after going viral, this is what her daughter had to say.
I came to realize that once I move out, that's what I have to do. You know, I can't live in a house rent-free. Nobody's going to pay it for me. I'm going to have to pay it for me sooner or later.
Now, a little later, though, in the show, we are going to continue with this theme, and we're going to talk about another parent's viral video about chores. Okay, so just stay tuned for that. What would you say to this?
I kind of like it. You know what I mean? It's $100. I understand that's a lot of money for an 18-year-old or for anybody. But to show a little bit of responsibility for how the real world works, we enable our kids with this and that, and I'm guilty of it too, right? I need to be a little bit tougher on my children. Me and my wife had that discussion. But to show them a little responsibility, rent out there is $1,500 a month, right? Not including utilities and things like that. So $100 a month to teach them a little bit. Not that I'm going to pocket that money. They'll get it back at some point. But just have a little responsibility and sense of how the world works.
I think the pocket thing is the part that I need to know, is making sure you're going to do something with the money for the kid. So I probably would give it back to them maybe when they're 21, and that's a couple $1,000.
Sure. Yeah.
Or invest for them or teach them something about money, because I think that's the biggest thing, is that parents and kids don't talk enough about money. I know we never had that conversation in my household, but it's so important because of the things that happen to you when you get older, like bombarded by credit card companies the minute you turn 18, or the fact that you don't understand your finances and then you're drowning at 30 randomly. You turn around like, how'd I get here? So if you kind of get into that conversation early on at 18, I think that could really benefit you down the line.
Yeah.
Would you do this with your kids?
I would, and as Lindsay was talking, I was like, my kids are old enough, I should be talking to them about money, but it's like, sometimes, for me as a parent, it's a fight to let them be young for a little bit longer. I don't want to talk to my kids about APRs and compound interest, but it's a thing, and that's what I mean.
Is that the talk?
You can talk to them about the piggy
We
bank.
need to have the talk. Uh-oh, is this it?
No.
I need to talk to you about compound interest.
But honestly, my freshman year of college, I come out of the cafeteria and there's all the credit card companies with their tables set out.
Yeah.
And they're just in. I remember having friends, now we weren't as savvy as people now because we didn't have the internet, but friends just thought like you had that card and they wanted you to just go buy stuff. They didn't understand. They literally thought that that you just had a free card to go.
No, I know. I remember.
People thought that.
We've all been there, and I hope that these future generations can learn from our generation, where it seems like everyone I talk to around our age group, I had so much credit card debt. It took me years to pay it off because I never really was educated on APR
interest
at 21%.
Exactly, ridiculous.
I didn't know what any.
I'll say one of my friends just told me this 2 days ago, that she buys her nieces and nephews stock of things that they love. So if they can't get off their iPhone, she'll be like, I bought you $50 of Apple stock or this, and then they get really excited about the new iPhone or about Roblox, a game that kids are playing right now, because she bought them Roblox stock or whatever company owns it. And so I think there are ways you can do it like in a cool, fun way, as opposed to let's talk APR.
I also want to give credit to this mom too, because number one, I think this is something I would do. I think it's wonderful, but also she did it because in Oklahoma there's a history of renting agreement. Like in order for her to then go rent her own apartment, she has to show a history. So her mom actually drew up that lease for the very reason that when her daughter is ready to move on her own, she has her first history.
Let me rephrase what I said. I love this mom.
Me too.
That's really smart to already establish history.
Yep.
It's brilliant.
I know. Kudos to her. I can't believe people are slamming her. Welcome to the internet.
Yeah, I owe my parents a couple $100 grand for each time I had to come back home after I failed.
Me too.